And that's it. Again, they just cater for the outdoorsy type. There's picnic tables everywhere. That's all I'm showing you. Panic over, panic over. Moose Museum. Let's go and have a little look then. I mean, look at that. God, they are a lot bigger up north. And then you've got the dad. What is it, boy? He's had a little crown. It's all right, boy. What is that actually? It's just a brown bear, I think. Even that would do you in. That's stag. I don't like these things. I don't like seeing, dead animals and whatnot, but I just had to show you. I'm surprised the dog's allowed in here, to be fair, because look, if he's going to wee up something, it's going to be that fox or that wolf, innit? And that's it. Very small, but I just wanted to show you the size of the moose. Simple as that, really. The bulls, the big old bloody boys, £1,600 to £1,800. That's almost a ton of pure galloping monster donkey horse deer. Imagine. Oh God, yeah, this isn't my cup of tea. Like I said, I just wanted to show you the size of them. It's unbelievable. Imagine one of them losing its temper on you. You've got zero chance. Come on, boy, then, let's get out of here. I don't know what this place is. This is basically, we've driven another 20 minutes this morning from the centre of the deepest, darkest woods. And what's it called? You stumble across this little village, museum village thing. Beautifully bizarre, isn't it? See what I mean about them moose? They were still small compared to the ones I've seen. I've seen the ones with the big old antlers, the big ones. Like I said, they go up to £1,800. That is ridiculous for something. They're huge. Just Google it. Google it. Like Google moose compared to human or something. You'll see what I'm talking about. Absolutely mental. And then you throw in the fact they bloody just roam around here. Now, what are you doing, mate? Can't we just give them an island? Can't we buy them an island and just pull them all there? That, honestly. One literally could just be walking across here now. That's how mad this is to me. It's just different world once again, isn't it? Is it a better world? Play area behind me as well, though. But this is the European Union thing I was talking about. We're in Scandinavia at the moment, and I didn't realise that they were part of the EU, but they are. But it's different money. I know the UK is as well, but it's just strange to me. I don't get it. I also don't get, like I said the other day, the toll road, the EU bridge going from Denmark to Sweden. You still have to pay. I thought that was the whole point. And it's not a fiver either. It was like 60, 70 quid. I don't know. I don't understand that, to be honest with you. So I wonder if like a Swedish passport gives you the right to move down into, Spain, like it does a German. Because a German can just go and live in Portugal, and we used to. Back in the day. Not anymore. Schengen zone. Again, they just cater for the outdoorsy type. There's picnic tables everywhere. Little lodge things going on there. Viewing points going around. This is beautiful. Schengen zone then. What on earth does that mean? Let's talk about it. As a UK citizen, you are allowed to go enter mainland Europe. Enter at your own risk, basically. Schengen zone. A British citizen. You are allowed in mainland Europe, in EU territory, in Schengen territory. There are exemptions to that. Like, if you go far east and whatnot, there's one or two countries that pull you out of the Schengen zone where you can reset. Another example of that is Gibraltar, for example, because that's a English territory for some bloody reason. You can go there and reset your clock, basically. 90 days in, 90 days out, within a 180-day period. That's what it means. Do you have to do all 90 days at one go? No, absolutely not. You can do a week in, stay, bloody go home for 4 months, and then finish off the rest of the 180 days. But it is 90 days in and 90 days out. How do they keep record of that, Kieran? They stamp your little passport on the way in, don't they? Kieran, it's never affected me before because I go to Tenerife and I go to bloody Lanzarote for 2 weeks every single year. Exactly, they're keeping track of it, but because you don't go, if you went to Tenerife for 93 days in a 6-month period, oh, what happens now? You can be restricted from the EU. You can be banned from mainland Europe if you don't adhere to it. It's like a really big political thing you don't mess with, really. Well, you know, if Europe's not your thing and you fancy messing with it, you're an adult, you know. However, that is the repercussions. You can be stripped of your freedom within Europe. They just won't let you in again. They'll just turn you back again. So it's very important to keep that in mind. That being said, is it fair the other way round? Nope. Schengen people, EU people, can come to England, the UK, for 6 months. Did you know that? Did you know that? That is not fair, or does not make sense to me whatsoever. But nevertheless, that's the facts, you know. So strange, isn't it? Hope you enjoy this bloody moose museum. Have a sort of rough idea the size of the bloody things, because they are huge. We're going to go back to the van. I'm going to get him some water, get back to the van, and move on with the rest of our lives. If you didn't understand what I was talking about then, and if you're in any doubt, search it, because that is serious and they will restrict you for life, I've heard as well. Although, you know, I've never had that problem, but just search it yourself. Hello, boy. It's beautiful, isn't it? International laws, then. It's one thing not paying your TV licence, or, you know, well, I don't condone any of this, by the way. It's one thing doing stuff like that, local laws, if you like. Are they more on the serious side, TV licence? I don't know. But nevertheless, local laws, right? International laws. Do not go there. For example, there's this guy, he's a friend of mine on social media. I won't mention his name, but his name used to be something Travels, and he was and I was like, oh my god, don't do it. He's got a dinghy and he was going from Calais to Dover, and he was doing it without a passport, illegally, right? Well, this is what he said anyway. You get caught doing stuff like that, international law breaking territory, you might as well delete the Travels part of your name yourself. Literally, just never mess around with stuff like that. Not a dig at, you know, everyone does their own life, I get that, but be aware there are repercussions to certain things, you know. For example, love or not, if you the Queen, for example, there's no coming back from that. And this is the travel international version of that, if that makes sense. Just don't ever break international law. I mean, look at that Vitali or Vatali or whatever his bloody name is. It's up in the Philippines. Don't do it, guys. 45 minutes north brings you to a place, well, 55 minutes north brings you to a place called Attonsborg or something. That's where I am now. A beautiful, picturesque little town. We're against the clock, unfortunately, because I've got a plan what to do today, but the van broke down, didn't it, this morning? So a bit of an epic, but we're slightly on track now. Bloody van. Yet another beautiful place, but like I said, we haven't got time to explore here because we've got a surprise, haven't we? Oh, the bloody Moose Museum earlier on gave me an idea. Problem being, on the map it's like half a centimetre away, but in real life it's 50 minutes away, and it's just gone 3. It's about 20 past 3 at the moment, and it closes at 5, so we're gonna have to walk back. The dog's gonna hate me for it, but it will be worth it, I hope. And it is such a shame, because this is beautiful. This is one of the best looking places I've seen here in Sweden, and that's saying something. This is stunning. Hello. Oh, are you wary of me? Are you gonna hit Johnny Big scallops it, yeah? Does it kick? Alright. am I here then? Facing my fears, ain't I? I was sick because, like I said yesterday, I really was nervous walking around, and the day before. Every time I'm walking around, I'm panicking a little bit, to be honest with you. I've lost my bank card. Oops, I don't know where it is. But luckily I'm not in the middle of Europe, so it's all good. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I was sick of being scared of them, walking around nervous. I wanted to see them for real. These are their babies. If they haven't got horns, they're babies. Like, I thought I'd face my fear. I hope you appreciate that, and I hope it's egged you on to face a fear, because looking at them now, I'm not too fussed about them, to be honest. If that's the size of them out here, like, you know, this far south and whatnot. Yeah, right. It is still a little bit nerve-wracking, you know, even though we're behind a fence and even though they see people every single day. It is still a little nerve-wracking. They are huge. Bearing in mind, these are deer. I've got one question with that. Where's my bank card? That's my question. Oh, lovely. That's like me after I had bloody sparkling water with coffee the other day. Hello. So you're not too scary, are you? Not scary at all, really. Bear in mind though, these are not Canadian bad boys. Bloody Nora. And he's got no bloody dramas getting in there either. What is he doing? Have we not seen enough bloody videos online where it's like, no, 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 you know to me. This has got that written all over it, innit? Jesus, they are huge. Let's investigate. The moose, Acles is the largest member of the deer family. A male is called a bull and a female a cow. A cow, if a cow has not yet given birth to a calf, it's called a heifer. We'll change that to heifer. The moose has a body length of 250 to 300 centimetres and blah 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 blah. What I found interesting was this bit. During summertime in Sweden, right, there are between 300 and 400,000 moose. Approximately 100,000 of them are hunted. I thought there was about 6. Now I'm wary. 400,000 moose. Jesus. A whole lot of nothing, isn't it? There's nowhere a 95-foot donkey deer can hide, is there? Look at the sneaky little bugger, look. Bearing in mind that's huge, you could easily stumble across. I was supposed to come here to gain a little bit of confidence on the subject matter at hand. However, I'm starting to think they are, even though they're bright or dull brown, bright brown, they can blend in alright. They can blend in. I just accidentally seen that. Right, I need to find my bank card. I can't think of anything else apart from my bank card. There's a big one, look. Now be a Brucey one as well. This is a cool little shop. You done? Oh, is that why bloody Google keeps throwing me off, is it? I thought it was 2 E's here. Is that why I keep getting lost? I need to double check. This is the moment of truth. Have I got my card or not? Please. That's all I'm showing you. Panic over. Panic over. That was, I mean, what would you do? I can't think of anything worse. No card in the middle of Europe with 3/4 of a tank left. Cheers for that. But it's all sorted now, thank God. What did you think of the moose then? What did you think of that? They're big, aren't they? They're big. But they were also giving it one of them. They were getting a bit wary of me and stuff like this, and makes you think, you know what, I know it's a moose, I know they're dangerous and whatnot, but it is just an animal, and it can, by the looks of things, with Matey Boy walking around with them, like any animal, mammal rather, it can be tamed. You can, well, by tamed I don't mean control, you will be tamed. I mean, completely different worlds again. Completely different species again. For example, they sniff each other's hoops, don't they? But a completely different take on life again. However, there's similarities there. You can half read the sign. You can half read where it says Poltsy. You know that means police. And they might only see the P or the PO, but they understand a little bit, hence why we can tame them and live alongside them and stuff like that. So I've just got a brand new take on moose, to be fair. When the ones I've seen in Norway, I'm not joking, were twice that size. Like they were. I was going to swear then. That's how much I mean it. They were twice that size. But it's good to see them. It's good to see they are just animals, mammals rather. You know, you can't tame a snake. You can hold it and it might not bite you anymore, but you can't tame a snake. It's completely different. That's like us going to Japan and trying to navigate the metro with just Japanese writing. You know, you're looking at their words and you're like, what? Or if you went to Spain or France or something like that and you're seeing the word, for example, police or ambulance, yeah, there's things mixed up, but you can decipher it slightly. That's what mammals can do. Reptiles are different. You know, you still can work alongside them, but you can't tame them. They're doing what they like. You know. Saying that people do with birds of prey, aren't they? But yeah, I don't know. It's maybe a bad example. You might not be able to. You know, that might not resonate with you. You might not get what I'm talking about. But that's good. That's good to see that guy, and they were like influencers as well. He had like his page on the thing, but it was an InstaG thing. I'm not on InstaG. I don't. You know, I upload when I can be bothered. On there, it's just nonsense, vanity fest. Not interested in that in the slightest kind of thing. But home for the evening. It is a lay-by, such as they do in like the UK and whatnot. But look at this lay-by. It's like a Lake District special. Look at that. Reason why we've chose to stay out of the wilderness today is not because I'm scared of the moose. I am. But it's because today's been such a bloody epic. Like, I started the van this morning. It started doing it months ago. It'll start perfectly for 2-3 weeks at a time, and then it will just go. And I was like, oh my god, let's try and self-diagnose. So I looked on the internet, and it turns out, long story short, starter motor. That's the thing that's been causing me jip. And guess what they've done here? The Swedish guys. These guys weren't Swedish. They looked at it, listened, and went, boom, that's it. Straight away. There was none of this, oh, it could be that, it could be that, it could be this. It was just pure diagnosis, bang, bosh. That was a pleasure to see. The problem I had, and why I was so scared about that scenario, was we're in Scandinavia, aren't we? Prices of stuff are triple, if not quadruples, which isn't ideal. Although we're in Sweden's worst park up, this is just over the road. You might still be able to hear the traffic there. And this is the worst one I've found. We found a built-in rock cave mansion house. What? That was my worry, we're in Scandinavia. After all that, he ordered the part, and this is the only problemo I've got. Because I already scheduled a plan, the moose thing, to show face your fears. Show that little message, if you like. That's an hour away. North, we weren't actually, it's like an hour and 40, which is a bit of a... because we need to go back on ourselves tomorrow, and we are so close that you can nearly touch Norway where I am now, which is the problem. Oh my god, I need to lay off the Gatorade. This is a charming random little find though. Yeah, but after all that, it was 50 quid. I've been to mechanics every year, we do, don't we? We have to, MOT World. I don't want to search whether or not that's a world thing or just a UK thing, because I've had it up to here with the UK. One more thing and I'm going to blow my casket, mate. But yeah, anyway, jokes aside, that was a joke, by the way. Jokes aside, 50 quid. It was nowhere near as much or as much as I was worrying about. I'm really falling in love with this place, you know. Sweden in particular, it's bloody charming. On top of all of that, even still, they really knew what they were doing. Like, they knew what they were doing. There was no going to a UK garage, it might be this, it might be that. Like I just said a minute ago. What do you mean it might be, mate? Like, what do you mean it might be? What is it? These guys actually knew what they were doing. Like, he's just proof after proof after proof on how charmingly brilliant this place is. You know, I'm not being paid by Sweden, by the way. This is the truth. It is lovely. And on top of that, even still, right, even still, I didn't have this camera on me. So if you want to know what I'm just about to talk about, go on Flicksnock, basically, because I recorded it on my phone. Long story short, I bumped into a guy last night, in the middle of nowhere, like a 1 in a million chance. It is peaceful out here. 1 in a million chance of bumping into someone in the art, literally in the middle of nowhere, right? And I did, and he started talking to me, and we were speaking actually for about 2 hours. To be fair, like it was a long old thing. And anyway, he told me about this cabin for sale, a little house for sale. If you want to go and see that, I really recommend it. Right, go on to my Flicksnock, exactly the same at Key to the V, purely because it's 10 grand, and it's, you know, you saw where I was yesterday, walking around flapping it from the moose, etc. You're in the middle of nowhere, you've got a little hut. It was like a 2-bedroom, like with a log burner, no electric, mind, no running water either. It is as remote as you can bloody be. I don't know the acreage you got, but you know, you might not own it, but you're the only one there, you know. So although you probably can't build something on there, which you wouldn't want to do anyway, it's your hill, right? £10,000 it was. I know that because of the local who told me. That's what I was getting at. 10 grand. I was honestly thinking about it. Shall I, shan't I? But you know, like I said the other day, I've got a mission, haven't I? And I can't risk falling in love with one place, because that was a contender. That was like, I remember seeing this program on TV, and it was basically it was called OC Mountain or OC House or something like that. That was the name of the people who built it. In Canada, there's different rules, different laws, different regulations. If you stay in the same place for a certain amount of time and no one's bothered you, it's your land. Anyway, rewind back to the 70s or 80s, wherever Mr. OC built this building, and what a building as well. It was a documentary on like More 4 or something, recommend that. And it was like a Big Brother kind of thing meets Love Island, but the winner gets the house. And I was like, oh, when I saw that, I was like, why can't I ever win anything? I've never even won a Mars bar, let alone the perfect house, OC Mountain. That's what it was like. A lot smaller, but it was 10 grand. Unless I randomly bump into heaven along my plan of walking the world, along my plan of going here, there and everywhere in the meantime with the dog, unless it is heaven, Sweden wins. Starting to get emotional thinking about it. Come on, Kieran, push a tear out for effect. For effect. Really cool idea, Kieran. Just keep going further and further afield. Oh God, no, honestly, Sweden wins so far, from my experience, 1,000,000%. There's no comparison. And my question to you is, have I missed somewhere? Is there somewhere better? I've been to Thailand. I have been to probably about 60 countries, right? I've never seen anywhere like this. Bearing in mind this place has summer. This place has winter, real summer and real winter. I've never seen a place so bloody perfect. Everyone's lovely, nice, charming, and bloody like 8 out of 10 plus. Not that that means anything, but also health-wise as well. They're like 10 out of 10 health. We've seen 70, 80-year-olds on bikes. We've seen little children, you know, playing football and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, but I played football as a child. Not anymore, they don't. Not anymore, they don't. You find one child doing stuff like that on the weekend. That's a bloody good home. Some mother or father has spent the time to take them out there to go and fulfill a little dream of theirs on the hope they're the next Lionel Messi. Pop is very rare. Not over here. Crime, zero. Saying that, matey boy last night, the dude who told me about that 10 grand house, he says there's a bit of problem. There's a bit of a gang problem in Stockholm at the moment. We won't talk about it too much, just in case I get a strike. But he said they do this approximately once a week. Yeah, literally what you think I'm talking about. That's a bit dodge, but he did say that's they're only targeting one another. They do not target people outside their world, if you like. And I know nothing about that, ins and outs, etc. So I can't comment or say, but I'm just relaying what Matey Boy said yesterday. But apart from the this is the worst car park. This. That's I think my search for a moose is over. Like, to be honest with you. Basically, just in case I find one, I don't want that to happen. But I'm trying to find. I wanted to find one in the wild for you. I'm only saying that because my mother hasn't watched these videos yet. But I want to find one, and now I've seen them out, earlier on today, pushing my little boundaries, pushing my little fear thing, which you should do as well. I'm not as scared of them anymore. On the off chance you do see one face to face, from that place I went to earlier on, the moose place, it did say, and it's something you might be interested in, ears back, about to attack. That's what it said. Oh my God, is this a tree stump? Right, okay, here I am looking for one. Thought I saw one. Panic attack. Right, let's get out of here. Good boy, Brucey. Even Bruce is not liking this. These sticks are a bit rogue, but we are in a wilderness, in the real wilderness. I know there's a road there and it sounds contradictory, but we are in the wilderness and there can be anything here, especially what I was talking about the other day in regards to the rocks and that with the adders. And like I said, we're a stone's throw away from Norway, which means one thing: more likelihood of bears, more likelihood of wolves. But don't worry, they're also rare. Don't let it put you off. Don't let any of it put you off. Do what I've done today. Try and face your little fear regardless. Obviously there's a limit to that. There is a limit to that, but safely, under control, face a little fear. I was walking around the woods over the past few days in Sweden, Moose World, as I've been harping on about, worried, panicking. So I went and confronted the buggers, and now I'm thinking it is just a big deer. And then I'm like, well, he'll probably do you in, Kieran. Still, no, fact, it will do you in. But when it says don't fight back, don't fight back. Oh, Bruce, I thought, if I was going to get attacked out here, it would be from a wild animal, not a thing I bloody have hand reared. Don't you sneeze on my dirty kneecaps. Jesus Christ! There's a good boy. There's a good boy. Ow! I won. On a serious note though, because I'm going to wrap the video up now, because it has been a bloody long day. Like I said, I lost my bank card, my van stopped working, and meeting deadlines before closing times, to stick alongside the plan and whatnot. Confront your fear safely. There's limits, like I said, to that, like I said before. So if you need to, bring in a health professional, a brain doc to help you confront a fear. But then, that aside, and that serious stuff aside, now think of the little things we're scared of. You've passed your test. You don't want to get on the road, right, because it's scary. I don't want to go on the motorway, and you put it off for 3 years. I didn't have a choice. I had to drive up to Fast Lane. Basically, the week I passed my test and guard the nukes. Cheers for that, Kieran. 1 week you're sat in the field outside playing soldier with your helmet on sideways, like, and then the next you're guarding a nuke, literally as well. That's not an exaggeration. So I didn't have a choice. I got thrown in the deep end. And sometimes that's the way forward, such as swimming, for example. How many times have you heard, this is more so back in the day, but how many times have you heard of people quite literally picking a child up, and throwing them in the deep end. Bosh, now they can swim. Again, safely. I understand people who watch this page have been through serious stuff, and I get that. That's my audience I'm aiming for, basically, along with everyone else, because I want everyone else to recommend me to their version of people who are struggling as well. Did you like all that? Way! So it's for everyone, but my niche, if you like, are people struggling. So do it under control, do it safely, and once you're ready to take that step, I tell you this for bloody free, you'll look back and go, I should have done it sooner. I should have done it sooner. And you'll look in the mirror at night time and you'll be like, yeah, I did. I drove on the motorway, or I got a bus by myself, or I went to the shops on my own, and whatnot. Whatever's stressing you out, just do it. Think of something. Think of 3 things now. This is your homework for the evening. Think of 3 things you're scared of. Throw 1 in that you're terrified of, and 2 that you're scared of. Out of the 3, decide 1 you're going to tackle this week. You know, it might be swimming in a lake, for example. So you might not live near a lake. So plan it, schedule it to fit this week, and just do it. Like Tyson Fury, like I said yesterday, he went on the first run once he came back to his wife. I don't know her bloody name, to be honest, Mrs. Fury. And when he said, that's it, tomorrow I'm taking charge of my life again. Hang on. Sorry, I'm an absolute mount nowadays. When I hear of people reclaiming their life, it really gets to me, like in the best way. I love it, because you all deserve it. You all deserve that. We all do. And he went for a run, didn't he? And he couldn't make it. And he done, I think he said 2 miles or something, and the run was 2 miles, and he only done like a certain percentage of it and walked the rest. Fast forward a bit, and he was heavyweight champion of the world. That, to me, that tears me up, like, and that's just a story we've heard of because he's famous, isn't he? Like, that's just a story we've heard of. Every day, hundreds of thousands of people are jumping the hurdle of life, the thing holding them back. Make this week the week you do the same, and I promise you, you will not regret that. No, really, you will not regret that. Anyway, you bloody spanners, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Again, as much as I've enjoyed recording it, I'm on a bloody fire ant nest. No. Drama after drama after drama. Anyway, at least I'm happy now. Until next time, you legends, take care, and please do not forget to wipe if there's still a mark. Forget to bye-bye then.